Hi, my name is Colin Andrews, founder of RealEstateInvestor.com, the first online community for real estate investors, and I have something to share with you that will literally change the way you do business online by saving you hundreds of hours of painful, detail-oriented work and stuff thousands of extra dollars in your pocket month after month. I'm going to ask you to stay with me for the full duration of this video, and I also ask you to close any other tasks you may be doing right now. This message is that important. You see, I have produced many products in the real estate investing niche, and while we had content creation down, we could generate solid traffic, we had solid upsell offers. We could not, however, figure out how to test our sales pages properly. It was an absolute nightmare, but we also knew we had to do it or we were leaving major money on the table. The first thing that we did was use Google Optimizer. Just to figure out how to use it was a major ordeal. Then once we did figure it out, trying to analyze the results was a whole other issue. We got data, but it was almost like we were trying to read Chinese. It just didn't make any sense, and after dozens and dozens of hours of torture, we said, screw it, let's hire somebody. We found a Google certified specialist that was charging a pretty penny, but at the desperate spot we were in, we were really willing to try anything. After writing a pretty hefty check, we had our specialist. Unfortunately, this specialist really didn't get our product, and for that matter, didn't really get what we were trying to do. He was one of those nerdy tech guys that could probably write a book on programming, but his communication skills was on the same level as a caveman. We tried over and over again to explain what our goals were and what we were trying to do, but he just didn't get it, and it was absolutely miserable. It gave me a headache. It delayed us from getting the results of a highly optimized, highly converting offer after major testing. And here's the worst part. Because he was so slow to learn it, his clock was still ticking. We were paying him more money because he knew less than what we were expecting. We finally got him to give us the results we were looking for, but when we got the bill for his time, I wanted to vomit in my mouth. I was disgusted and vowed never to pay for ignorance again. And then, as if my prayers to God were answered, I met a genius marketer named Murray. We immediately hit it off, and before long we were swapping internet marketing war stories, and after I told him about my challenges with split testing, to my delight, he said he had figured it out. Not only had he figured it out, rather he had mastered it with a very special magical plugin that he had developed for his own business to get the highest profits for each person on average that visited and viewed his products. He had developed a solution that would have eliminated the stress, the headaches, the expense, and the overall pain in the butt of my split testing experience. His plugin made it super simple to change up and test multiple parts of the page at the same time, all on WordPress blogging. Now, it was super easy to analyze the results, and the best part of all, he was making a ton of money by using it without any stress. And so I asked him, I begged him, I said, let me use it, but he said he was just using it for his own use and he really wasn't looking to market it. I said that he would be crazy not to share it with others. Besides making life for people like me a lot easier and simple in a very important area of everyone's online business, I said he could make some money with it too. Well, I didn't hear from him for a while, but then I got a Skype message saying that he had decided he was going to release it. I was freaking thrilled. I asked him where I could wire the money and be one of the first customers. I couldn't believe it. He had done it. He had figured out a very tough solution to a very important part of the business that caused me nothing but headaches and frustration, and he was now willing to share it with the world. He asked me if I could make this video right here, and I said I would be more than happy to share my experience, and if this magical new tool could help just one person avoid the agonizing pain I went through, it would be completely worth it. Just to show you how easy it is to use, this split testing magician agreed to do a short demonstration for you to see.
Hey guys, Murray here. developer of FansFlood and creator of Hidden Story Power. Now this is just a quick video where I'm going to show you how in less than 2 minutes you can start to easily test your headlines, prices, graphics, buttons and language on any WordPress page and instantly start to collect the thousands and thousands of dollars you've been leaving on the table. Now, you've probably heard people saying that you need to be testing everything, but the reality is nobody does. We all know we're leaving huge amounts of signups, leads, sales, and money on the table because of under-optimized pages, but yet, strangely, we still don't test. Even me, with all my background in direct marketing, I wasn't testing. Now, why is that? Well, the honest truth is that it's just so darn hard to do on the internet. I mean, you have to be super technical just to even understand the third-party systems that are out there. So today, I want to run you through how absurdly simple it is to set up WordPress Test Monkey on your page and skyrocket your signups and profits. Okay, so let's get to it. The two things you're going to need to get started are the sales page or the opt-in page that you want to test, which is the page where you want someone to take action. And you're going to need your thank you page or your success page. And this is the page that WP Test Monkey monitors to determine which is the winning combination of headlines and prices and elements that you're testing. So as you can see here, I've got my 2 pages ready to go. So why don't I quickly show you what each page looks like so you can see where we're starting from and where we're going to go. Okay, there's the sales page, and bear in mind that it's probably going to look different by the time you see it. This is a very early version of the sales page and the video is going to be changed. But anyway, you can see the headline that we're using, and that's the headline that's going to be changed and mixed up by WP Test Monkey. And then here is the thank you page. And I haven't finished the content on this page. It's just a placeholder until I get around to it, but it doesn't matter as long as the page is there. All right, so let's get started creating our first test. So the first thing I'm going to do is click over to the plugin page and enable the plugin. So what you're about to see is exactly how fast I can set up a test for one of my pages right from the start, right from the moment of enabling the plugin. All right, so I click enable, and then I click over to WP Test Monkey page. So as you can see, we've got no data in there, so I'll click on create a new test. The test name, I'm going to call it headline test, give it a quick description. Then I choose the page being tested. So I'm going to select my sales page. And then for the success page, I'm going to choose my thank you for your purchase page. All right, so create test. First step is to enter the element that I want to test. In this case, it's the headline. So I type that in there. And second step is to paste in the different variations of headlines that I want to test. So luckily I have them already in my text document here. So I'm going to copy that headline out and I put it into the editor there. So I'm going to paste that in, and then in variation 2, I'm going to copy that one and put it into the field there. So because I've got a third one, I'm going to click on add another test value, get my headline, and then stick it into the variation 3. Then I click on save elements and return to test. And guess what? We're almost done. So the last step is to insert the elements onto the page you're testing. So if you're just testing a headline, for example, you're only going to have one element to insert. But if you're testing a headline and a price and some graphics or something like that, then you might have several elements to insert. And the way you do that is to click on the add these elements to your page link. So I'll click there. And that will take me through to the edit page for the page I'm testing. So the first thing I need to do is click on the little monkey, and then I choose the element that I want to insert. In this case, there's only one because I'm only testing a headline, but I could be testing many different elements of the page at the same time. So I click on the insert this button. So you'll see that that inserts the shortcode, as we call it, into the editor for the post. Now, the shortcode is how WP Test Monkey decides what to show on the page when someone visits it. Do I show this headline or the other headlines? So because I'm testing the page title and headline, I'm going to cut this shortcode out and put it into the page title field. So let me do that now. And then I click update, and that is it. You've successfully set up your first test. So let me click over to the sales page and I'll refresh, and you'll see that it's showing me headline number 1, which is the initial headline that we had. So let me click over to the Test Monkey admin, and you'll see that headline 1 is marked as having had 1 view so far. Alright, so I'm going to delete my cookies and then go back to the sales page so that it thinks I'm a new visitor. And then if I refresh, you'll see that it gives me headline number 2. So as I click over to the admin page for the test monkey again, you'll see that headline 2 now has a view. Now let me do the cookie thing again, refresh that, and you'll see headline 3. So let me refresh the admin page and you'll see that headline 3 now has a view. So now here's where it gets really sexy. Let me delete my cookies again, refresh the page. So now headline 1 has had 2 views and headline 2 and 3 have had 1 view. So what I'm going to do now is load the success page so that headline 1 is marked as having a conversion. And now if I click back to the admin page for WP Test Monkey, and you'll see that headline 1 now has 1 conversion against 2 views, which gives me a 50% conversion rate, which is awesome.
The value of this tool, with the money that can be saved, and possibly even more important, the time and energy of doing it the old way, Murray could and may charge over $1,000 for this plugin. You, however, have the chance to take action on it right now on this revolutionary plugin at a major discount. He isn't going to offer it for even half of its value. It's not $500, and right now it's not even $297 or even a paltry $197. Right now, in order for you to get your hands on this and be one of his beta testers, he's agreed to offer this super plugin for only $47. Yup, for less than a nice dinner for 2, you can get your hands on this app and end the pain that proper testing causes everyone who does not have this magical tool. You, on the other hand, will be off making more money and making more products to sell, and even better, enjoying life a little bit more because you have more time in your day, and when it comes down to it, that's what it's all about.